Hey friends, what's going on? Coach Walt here. Welcome back to the show, video number 84. And a couple days ago, I told you guys about if you're having a slow time of sales or you have an item that's been listed a while, you got to touch it. You got to pick it up. You got to talk to it. You got to think about it. And that will sometimes spark a sale. It's worked for me numerous times. It's crazy how that works. Another thing that sometimes happens is when something's been listed a long time that you've got duplicates of and it's just sitting and it doesn't sell, and finally somebody comes along and buys one, and then all of a sudden it's like the floodgates open and more people buy that item. And something like that just happened today. Early last winter, I stopped into the Goodwill and they had a big bag of little, like, 2-inch kids' little plastic or rubber toys. There was like Paw Patrol and Lilo and Stitch and little Winnie the Pooh things, Peppa Pig, just a whole bunch of big bag. The bag weighed like 6 pounds of all these little, just like plastic toys that came out of play sets. And I think it was about $10 or something for the whole bag. So I'm looking through trying to, see if some of the more popular characters are in there, and they were. So I bought it. And I spent hours going through hundreds of those toys trying to put them together in lots that made sense. And I did get several lots sorted and listed, and then it was like wrecking my head, all these little plastic toys. So I just dumped a whole bunch of them back in the bag, and we'll get around to them again maybe someday. But those have been listed with no offers. I have sent a few offers. There have been watchers, but no counter offers. Nobody bought any. And, they're cute looking toys, and, I priced them right, but they just sat until today. Just a few hours ago, an order came through for, I think there's somewhere between 10 and 15 what they call puppy dog pails. It's this show, I think, was on TV, and they made toys for them. It's a show about dogs. And I had all these puppy dog pails in a lot for $15, and somebody finally bought them today. Packaged them all up. They're ready to go. I ended up clearing like over, I think, $7 or $8 on that. So that's a pretty good start. Took a long time, but if the rest sell like that, that'll be great. So I'm thinking that's weird. I mean, it's been forever with no interest, and then finally somebody comes through and buys them. And don't you know, just a couple hours later, I thought it was the same buyer, but it wasn't. And these are Littlest Pet Shop. A bunch of, I think there's like 12 to 15 Littlest Pet Shop. I don't know what they are, birds and cats and elephants and bunnies and stuff. And this lot also sold for $15. So it's nuts how it's like one thing happens and then there's the floodgates open. So maybe that's going to give me the motivation I need to get more of these things listed. Because, I mean, $15 for a little bag of toys is pretty good. And if you were to buy these things like at retail, they're probably $5, $6 a piece. So the buyer's getting a good deal if they're into Littlest Pet Shop, and I'm making my money back on stuff from the Goodwill. So do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you all next time.